Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
On the 16th of February, we had a club level international speech contest and the evaluation contest that went on successfully. Kudos to our contest chair, Toastmaster Shreya, and the role takers for doing a splendid job and making sure every single thing about the contest ran perfectly and making sure everything was in place. Also, I would like to mention our participants who gave their 100% effort and put out their best and participated enthusiastically for the contest. The next milestone, which is the area level contest, will be held on 28th of February. For the international speech contest, Toastmaster Jyothi will be representing our club, and for the evaluation contest, Toastmaster Ujwal NK will be representing our club. If you want to be a role taker for the contest or be a volunteer for the area level contest, please message me. You can WhatsApp me, and if by chance if you want to be the audience to witness the contest, you need to register, and the link is shared in our Mekon Communication Club WhatsApp group. Registration is compulsory. Let us all cheer to our fellow Mekonians who will be representing our club. Wishing all the best to Toastmaster Jyothi and Toastmaster Ujwal for the area level contest. Let's all give them a round. Now I request our DP Toastmaster Shreya to give us the role takers update.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
For the next meeting that is happening on the 2nd of March, the table topics master has been booked by Toastmaster Saket and one speech slot has been booked by Toastmaster Ajay. All the other roles are open, so if anyone would like to take anything up, please contact me. Thank you, and back to our president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreya. Now I request our Sergeant Toastmaster Darshan to take over.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests.
Good evening.
Good evening.
One day, I was walking in a street with my friend. A person came walking towards us, and he raised his hand, waved and smiled, "Hi." Then my friend and I automatically raised our hand. We smiled, "Hi," and they walked past us. So I asked my friend, "Do you know him?" My friend said, "No, I don't. I thought you knew." So we went back home thinking about this incident. We thought about it while having dinner, and even the next day while in shower. Who is this person? Why did he say hi? A simple hi from a stranger made us think for almost a day. So instead of overthinking, we thought, why not do the same for someone else? So the next day, while walking again, we saw someone coming towards us. And this time, we smiled first and said hi. And they automatically raised their hand and smiled. Now they will go back home thinking about this incident at least for a day. So if a small thing from a stranger can affect our thoughts so much, what can small things do to the people we know? So speaking about small things, our club thrives because of little things, little efforts we all put together. And someone in particular, she holds a BCom degree and interior design degree from SBM JC, who loves traveling and exploring different kinds of foods and balancing it all out with a healthy lifestyle. Please welcome our president, Toastmaster Apoorva.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I see a few guests in the room. Please stand up from wherever you are and introduce yourself. How you got to know us?
Hi everyone, my name is Pathak, and I was searching online for Toastmaster, and that's how I got to know about your club. I stay very close to us. Yeah. And thank you.
Hello, my name is Ayusha Gupta. I am from Nepal, and I have written communication problem and speaking problem. So.
Thank you. All you guys have today's meeting. Now I request our secretary, Toastmaster Ujwal, to read out the minutes of meeting number 135 4 and 5-5.
Namaste fellow Meconians. Here is the minutes of the meeting number 34 held on 9th of February 2026. The theme was the hero's journey and the word of the week was endeavor. The business session started at 6:22 p.m. and was chaired by the president Toastmaster Apoorva. In the business session, the following points were addressed. The online club officer training program held on the 8th of February was attended by Toastmaster Rachana and Toastmaster Jyothi. Consequently, all the members of the executive committee have participated in the COTP. The international speech contest and the evaluation contest are scheduled for February 16, 2026. To be eligible for the international speech contest, you need to have finished level 2 of any path and be an active member of the club. The evaluation contest requires that the member be an active member of the club. Sergeant Arms Toastmaster Darshan started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Apoorva. The President opened the meeting and spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Shreya. The Master of Ceremonies spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Vidun V. Prarambil, Art Toastmaster Dharmender Singh V. PP Evaluator Toastmaster Deepa Krishna Reddy, Grammarian Toastmaster Jyothi. The following speakers delivered their prepared speeches. Toastmaster Sachin D in the part Dynamic Leadership, L1P4, evaluated by Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. Toastmaster Adishwar J in the part Presentation Mastery, Level 2 Project 2, evaluated by Toastmaster Ujwal. The topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Lata Nahar and had the following speakers. AK Prabhakara DTM, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Toastmaster Sake Jilakanti, Toastmaster Chetan Bhavesh, Toastmaster Deepa Krishna Reddy, Toastmaster Jyothi Palankar, Toastmaster Shreya M. Rao, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, Toastmaster Dharmender Singh D, Toastmaster Sumukh Bhupalam, Toastmaster Midun D. Prarambil, Toastmaster Darshan. The general evaluation session was conducted by Toastmaster Raja Prashad and the winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker, Toastmaster Adishwar J, Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Ujwal NK, Best Table Topic Speaker, Toastmaster Chetan Bhavesh, Best Role Taker TAPG, Toastmaster Jyothi Palankar, Best Role Taker MTG, Toastmaster Raja Prashad. The President closed the meeting at 6:26 p.m. followed by the national anthem. And here are the meetings of the meeting 1355 held on the 16th of February 2026. The club contest started at 6:32 p.m. with the contest chair Toastmaster Shreya M. Rao opening the meeting and welcoming the guests. The following were the role takers for the international speech contest and the evaluation contest. Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Arvind, contest chair Toastmaster Shreya M. Rao, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sachin D, and Toastmaster Darshan. Timers Toastmaster Deepa Krishna Reddy and Toastmaster Ajay Rao. Tally counters Toastmaster Rachana Sridhar and Toastmaster Malagiri Das. The contest chair declared the contest open and the international speech contest was conducted by the contest master Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy and had the following contestants: Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Toastmaster Ujwal NK, Toastmaster Raja Prashad, Toastmaster Lata Nahar, and Toastmaster Sindhushri S. Post the contestants' delivery, the contest chair and the contest master handed over the participation certificates to the respective contestants. Following a brief break, the evaluation contest was conducted by Toastmaster Adishwar J, the contest master. The test speaker Toastmaster Arati delivered her test speech, which was evaluated by the following contestants: Toastmaster Raja Prashad, Toastmaster Chetan Bhavesh, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, Toastmaster Sindhushri S, Toastmaster Shubha Subramaniam, Toastmaster Lata Nahar, Toastmaster Rahul R. Gandhi, Toastmaster Ujwal NK. The contest chair and the contest master handed over the participation certificates to the respective contestants. Contest chair announced the winners along with the chief judge, Distinguished Toastmaster MU Bhat, and Distinguished Toastmaster AK Prabhakara. Here are the results. In the international speech contest, Toastmaster Raja Prashad landed the first place, the second place by Toastmaster Jyothi Rao, and the third place by Toastmaster Sindhushri S. In the evaluation contest, the first place was backed by Toastmaster Ujwal NK, the second place by Toastmaster Sindhushri S, and the third place by Toastmaster Chetan Bhavesh. The contest chair closed the meeting at 9:02, followed by the national anthem. Thank you, and back to the President.
Are there any amendments proposed? If not, I accept MOM of meeting number 1354 and 1355 and open meeting number 1356. A simple, you're going to have a wonderful day from your mom just before you leave home. A small line from your co-worker, you're doing a great job, buddy. A random compliment from an old friend, you're looking so pretty, especially when you're having a rough day. Do these little things bring a smile instantly on your face? Yes, they do. Because the little things matter. The little things have the power to transform your stressful day, to reduce your stress, and to instantly bring a smile on your face. Many a times, the little things become the foundation for greater things in life. It was February 2025. I had just become the VPM, that is the Vice President membership. I was new to the role, learning about the roles and its responsibilities. It was a casual conversation with my mentor, then mentor, Toastmaster Shiva. And I asked him a question about a post I saw on Instagram. I said, Shiva, why don't we at Mekon Communication Club do speechcraft? He said, well, Apoorva, our club doesn't believe in conducting speechcraft. However, we conduct something called the YLP, that is the Youth Leadership Program. It is both are similar, it's just that the audience that we cater to is in YLP are for kids aged between 12 to 18 years. I asked him, Shiva, are we doing it even now? Then he says, it's been quite some time. I think the last we conducted was somewhere in 2018 or 19. But then I go and ask him, why is that? We are not conducting now. He said, nobody has taken the initiative. Now that you've become the VPM, why don't you step forward, take the initiative? He asked me to go to DTM AK Prabhakara for further guidance. I instantly called him. He was equally encouraging and asked me to go to DTM MU Bhat and Toastmasters Sandeep, our ex-member, for further guidance since they had conducted the previous YL. One conversation led to another, and before we knew it, the youth leadership started. The youth leadership program started. With the support of my mentor and my friends at our club, the youth leadership program was successfully conducted. I still remember a day before the showcase of the YLP, Toastmaster Shiva said, Apoorva, when you were speaking to me on the phone that day, I thought you were saying casually. I never expected to turn this into reality. I still can't believe it that we have reached the final of the YLP. You must be proud of yourself. That little moment has stayed back with me. Because when I look back, I realize it was not the result of some instant big decision. In fact, it was a series of little things. A simple line from my mentor, Apoorva, now that you're the VPM, why don't you take the initiative? Encouragement from DTM AK Prabhakara and DTM MU Bhat. Support from my fellow Mekonians. A casual conversation turned into conducting the YLP successfully. Would it have been the same without those little nudges all through the way? Maybe not. That's when I truly understood. All big things start with the little things that matter. So fellow Toastmasters, let's not underestimate the significance of small things. Small words, small actions, small encouragements. Because for someone, your little sentence of encouragement may become the beginning of greater things in life. On that note, I would like to introduce someone who is an HR manager at Infocom. She is a passionate storyteller. She is a voracious book reader. She also holds a diploma in counseling from Banjara University. Her energy is contagious and she is someone who is always looking forward to take roles. With a huge round of applause, please welcome the MC of our day and the Associate BPPR for our club, Toastmaster Jyothi. Thank you,
President Toastmaster Apoorva for that wonderful introduction. It was the announcement that made me take up the challenge. You see, the person I am, impulsive, did not think about planning or the consequences. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
The excitement of international speech contest fueled my energetic mind, and I registered my name to be the participant. I had ample time of 3 weeks to prepare for the speech and practice it. Little did I know that those 3 weeks would be like 3 days. Usually, I organize my office and domestic work so that I get my precious me time where I can sit and contemplate on things that are important to me. But due to exigencies of work at the workplace, overnight my life became hectic. I had my whole office was tiring, and so my domestic chores made me feel pressurized. I had no me time. Exhausted by the day, the moment I hit the bed, my pillow, I fell fast asleep. But the unprepared speech and the contest was nagging in the back of my brain. I wished the contest postponed. Like a school kid, every day I thought of new ideas to drop out from participating in the contest. Every evening, I thought of calling up Toastmaster Shreya and inform her, please delete my name from the participant list. But I had no time to call her. Every morning, I thought of making an effort to start my speech practice, but I had no time. And in due course, one day I received a telephone call from Toastmaster Shreya for briefing for the contestants. Here was my chance. I blurted out, Shreya, I am not participating. Please remove my name from the list. I expected to hear okay from her. Instead, with a bubbly, energetic voice, she said, oh, but Jyothi, I have written your name on the participation certificate of participation. And I'll have to tear the participation certificate if you don't attend the speech, participate in the speech. I was dumbstruck. Her simple statement shook me alert. There was no motivational speech. There was no pep talk. There was no saying, oh Jyothi, you can do it. Or there was no saying, you have it in you. You can do it. You will kill it. Nothing of that sort came up. It was only a name on a participation certificate. But that statement of hers made me think. And it brought valuable insight to me. I asked myself, be true to yourself. What is the reason of you not participating? Lack of time? No. It was not lack of time. It was the fear of failure. It was the fear of not succeeding. It was getting attached to the result of the participation. And to project it, I put it on no time, lack of time. Shreya's simple words were her way of encouragement. I realized there are at times when we need to stand up for our words and not for the results. More than a century ago, there was a person named Rahul who knew that small things matter to become a good communicator or a leader, and that can happen by taking small steps on a consistent basis to speak and to be given a feedback. Toastmasters Club came into existence on 22nd October 1924 at the basement of YMCA, St. Anna, California. A club that was started with a handful of people. Today we have more than 14,000 clubs in 149 countries and more than 280,000 members. Megon Communication Club was founded in the year 1998, keeping in mind the core values of Toastmasters Club, that is integrity, respect, service and excellence. To help us to refine our speech, there is a group of important team, the TAPG team, which helps us to identify the little things that matter, like the grammar, the time taken. And so, as I call upon the names, please raise wherever you are and explain your role. For the timer counter, we have Toastmaster Adishwar.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So as the timer, I am responsible for keeping the track of time taken by each speaker today. So for the icebreaker speech, time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 5 minutes, the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, red card. For the prepared speaker, time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. For evaluators, time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green card at 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds the yellow card, and at 3 minutes the red card. And for table topics, each speaker gets 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute I'll show green card, 1 minute 30 seconds yellow card, and at 2 minutes red card. I'll give my report at the when called up. Thank you.
At our counter, we have Toastmaster Rekha.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. My duty as an our counter is to listen attentively to each speaker, make a note of the following used by the speaker. The clutch sounds or hum, filler words but, so, like, well, fill up phrases you know and so, etc. When called upon, I will give my report.
Thank you. For PP Evaluator, we have Toastmaster Darshan.
Good evening, everyone. So as the PP for today, I request you all to keep your phones on silent mode and refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Avoid cross-talks during the speeches and enter and exit the hall only during applause. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
For the grammarian role, we have Toastmaster Dharmender.
Good evening, Miss Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully on their usage of languages. I'll make a note of good usage of language as well as bad usage of language. Apart from that, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day, that is finesse, which means impressive, delicacy and skill. And an example of using the word finesse is her finesse on stage turned a tough crowd into supportive listeners. I encourage each and every speakers to use the word of the day, and I'll give my grammarian report while called upon during the meeting. Thank you.
For the benefits of the guest, a typical Toastmasters meeting consists of 3 sessions. The first one is the prepared speech, where the members have ample time to prepare on the topic of their choice according to the pathway and present a speech. The second session is the table topic session, which helps the members to speak impromptu and build on speaking without preparation. And finally, we have the general evaluation, where the speakers are given feedback and the proceedings of the meeting is also put forth. So without further ado, let's begin this session. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I fumbled, so you all have gone somewhere else. For the first speaker, I would call upon Evaluator Toastmaster Sachin to please read out the guidelines of the speech.
Good evening, everyone. So the purpose of this project is for a member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. This member is completing their first speech in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes, you may choose to use only the notes section and not the numerical score.
Thank you. Our first speaker for today is a BTech mechanic who has completed his BTech mechanical from NIT Warangal. He is a DGM at Ether Energy and his hobbies are swimming and yoga. He is attempting level 1, project 1 for the pathway presentation mastery with the title Fear is the Key. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Abhijit.
Fear isn't an excuse to come to a standstill. It's the impetus to step up and strike. Said by Arthur Ashe, #1 ranked US tennis player in 1975. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Today I am here to tell my story revolving around fear. Let me take you to my childhood. I was born in 1991 in a small town named Malkapur in Kolhapur district in Maharashtra. This town is full of greenery, rivers and surrounded by Sahyadri hills. My father was teacher and my mother was homemaker. I did my primary schooling from a small Marathi medium school. In my school, everyone used to speak in Marathi, even my English teacher. in 5th standard, I gave an exam and got selected in Navodaya Vidyalaya school. This was a residential school. I was staying away from my parents, able to meet them once in a month. I was washing my own clothes. I was waking up at 5 am in the morning, taking bath with cold water irrespective of weather. I was also ranked. I was just 10. Life was hard for me. But then education was good compared to my town, so I continued. In 5th standard, I got 40th rank. I was just average student. During this time, my father had a responsibility of his 3 siblings. He had to repay a loan from his grandfather, and my mother had health issues. And I had a fear of being burden on them and not giving them good life. I had seen that education had transformed life of many people around me. So I studied more. In ninth class, I got first rank. I was not much into extracurricular activities as I did not know its importance in life. In 11th class, my school teacher told me to participate in English elocution competition. This was me first time going on the stage. The crowd was going to be 400. So I took all the efforts to back out. But none worked. So I practiced for 15 days. On the day of speech, I was in autopilot mode, gave speech non-stop. I got first prize. This was me first time overcoming my fear of public speaking. But then fear of being burdened on parents and not giving them good life was top priority. So in 11th and 12th, I studied day in and day out. As a result, this fear led me to get admission into good college, NIT Warangal. In college, I made lot of good friends. I ate lot of biryani. In college, first year, I had a fear of not getting a job. So I focused on academics. In pre-final year, I was selected for fully funded research internship in Germany amongst 2 people from the department. From fear of not getting a job, finally I was selected in first company during campus placements. Yellow Aripute vehicle you see on Bangalore Street was my first project at Bajaj Auto. Don't judge my engineering skill with this project. During this phase, I was able to do heart surgery for my mother. I was able to take her care for 6 months. I was also able to buy a car to my father. This gave me a feeling of success in my life. Life was going good and normal. But then one fine day, my senior called me and asked me to join Grives Electric. That's where I came to Bangalore. Coming from a stable company to a startup was a roller coaster ride. Life was stressful. That's when I started doing meditation, yoga and swimming. And I developed interest in it. After 2.5 years, I was selected at Aether Energy. At Aether, I am developing next-gen EVs along with my team of 15 engineers. Everything was going good and peaceful at Aether. I was able to give good time to my 5-year-old son and my wife. But one fine day, my boss called me and asked me to present in front of 80 people. I was not used to it. I was not able to make eye contact with anyone except my laptop. Next meeting, I decided to solve this. I took sick leave. I am also avoiding farewells, birthdays where I have to speak in front of larger crowd. But this cannot continue. At this stage of life, fear of public speaking becomes my topmost priority. So here I am to use this fear as an impetus to step up and become confident speaker. Over to you, Toastmasters.
No doubt fear is the key for all of us to do something extraordinary. Thank you for that wonderful speech. And we shall move to the next speaker today. Before I call upon the speaker, I would like the evaluator for the second speaker, Toastmaster Ujwal, to please read out the guidelines.
Namaste, fellow Toastmasters. The member is attempting a project in Presentation Mastery Level 3 Project 1. This speech is for the member to talk about the Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and to share some aspects of previous experience as a protege. I wish the member all the very best, and back to the Master of Ceremonies.
Our second speaker is a mechanical engineer having 11 years of sales experience. She is the VP in Fidelistas Corporation. Her hobbies are traveling and reading books. And she is ever ready to take up roles at our club. She is attempting level 2 project 3 from the pathway of motivational strategies with the title The Mentor Behind the Ribbon. Put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Deepa.
Let me start with a question. When you hear about the word mentor, what comes to your mind? Someone, yeah, mentor. When you hear the word mentor, what comes to
My
your
mentor.
mind? Yeah, your mentor.
My mentor Jyothi comes to mind.
Okay.
Someone senior.
Okay.
Someone who torments us.
Someone senior, someone experienced, someone who have figured out everything in life. That's what I thought too until I experienced mentoring in Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
When I first heard about Toastmaster from my friend, I was eager to start my journey. So I coordinated with Toastmaster Apoorva, who was the Vice President Education at that time. The day I attended my first meeting, I was so excited. At the same time, I was completely confused because I didn't understand how people are giving speeches so confidently. I didn't understand the meeting roles. I was even hesitant to have snacks and lemon tea, even though it was tempting. And I remember thinking, everyone here speaks so well. Do I really belong here? Toastmaster Apoorva helped me officially join Toastmasters and choose pathway. And then she texted me, Deepa, now you need to select a mentor. I said okay. She even gave me few options. So initially I thought I should select someone very senior mentor who is highly accomplished. So I thought of DTM MU. He's not here, thank God. But honestly, I was scared. What if I asked silly questions? Like, what time are the snacks? What if he guides me and I am not able to follow it? What if I disappoint him? So then I realized something important. I didn't need the very senior mentor. I needed a mentor. Someone I am comfortable with. Someone I can ask any kind of questions. Even the silly ones. Like, do they change snacks every week? Do we have dress code in Toastmasters? What if I forgot this line? Do you think I should remember this line? So, I chose Toastmaster Apoorva. That comfort became my strength. Toastmaster Apoorva called me and said, Deepa, read the entire project and start writing your speech. I said, okay, on the phone call. Then I thought, if I knew how to write speeches, I would have already been a writer. I had never written a speech before coming to Toastmaster. I initially struggled, rewrote multiple times with ChatGPT, and somehow I prepared. I've sent her in WhatsApp. Immediately reply, Deepa, can you send me Word document so that I'll suggest changes? Oh God, okay. I've attached the document. Immediately she called me. Started reading every single word on the phone call. She started suggesting things like, instead of saying person, say person name. Then came voice modulations. Not fellow Toastmaster. It should be fellow Toastmasters. Somehow I prepared. Then she texted me, Deepa, can I book a slot for you next Monday? I said, okay. Then, 2 days before the meeting, she texted me, Deepa, can you send me practice video with voice modulation and body language? Oh God, I've done so much again, she's asking. There were multiple practice rounds, tweaks and corrections. Somehow I followed every one of them. Then Sunday, she called me. I I was scared to answer the call. But still, I was like, okay, hello. Then she said, are you prepared? Don't worry, you can do better. I said, okay, drop the call. And then on Monday, she wished me all the very best at the meeting. Something I realized, she was putting in so much effort without earning anything. That's when true mentoring I understood. After the meeting, she said, you have done a great job. Just like mother, even I miss something. Sometimes, honestly, I felt even my college boyfriend didn't follow up with me like this. That's when it hit me. A mentor is not someone who walks ahead and say, follow me. A mentor, someone walks beside you and say, I am here. After delivering few speeches, something unexpected happened. My name was announced. The best speaker goes to Deepa Krishna Reddy. That moment was not just about the ribbon. That was the proof that someone believed in me before I believed in myself. Before joining Toastmasters, I had decade of sales experience in sales. I knew how to talk, but only business talk. If you put me in any negotiation, any meeting, any sales pitch, I was confident. But outside the business, if you ask me to talk casually, I would mentally search for a price list. My mentor showed me that I can write speeches. I can connect with people. I can make them laugh genuinely. And today, I can stand here and speak confidently for 7 full minutes without PowerPoint, without a client, without sales target. So, fellow Toastmasters, this is the place where my confidence was not just built. It was revealed in its fullest form. If this can happen for me, it can happen for everyone. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa. I do agree. Mentors are very valuable assets for our growth in our life. And so we end the speaking session, and now the most interesting and exciting session is the table topics. Today the table topic is a project of level 2, project 2 of active listening for the table topic master. And before I call upon him, I would call the evaluator DTM MU Bhat to read out the guidelines.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, this is a level 2, project 2. It's about active listening. The purpose statement of this project says, the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate their ability to listen to what others say. Note for the evaluator, the member completing this project is practicing active listening. At your club meeting today, they are leading the table topics. Speaker completes an impromptu speech indicating they heard and understood each speaker. For example, the member may say, thank you Toastmaster Smith for your comments on visiting the beach, just whatever you wanted to say. The goal is for the member to clearly show that they have listened and can use some of the active listening skills discussed in the project. The member completing the project is for the only person who needs to show active listening. The member should not try to teach or have others demonstrate at the listening skills. The members should follow all established protocols for a table topics session. time allotted 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the table topic master. Back to Madam Toastmaster.
Today's table topic master is a practicing chartered accountant. He's KSCAA Indirect Tax Chairman. He's the co-founder of Jinwani application, and his interest is in reading and playing sports. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Rahul.
Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Happy evening, everyone.
Happy evening.
Are you all excited?
Yes.
Because this is one of the most exciting section of Toastmasters. If you have missed this, you have missed the meeting. Here, we'll be doing only two things. One is impromptu speaking. What do I mean by impromptu speaking? It's very simple. In natural conversations, you are thrown a topic which you don't have info, and on that you have to speak. And this speaking will help you connect four things. One is listening, because what the person is saying is most important. If not, you will not be able to connect. Second, thinking. Third, organize this. Fourth, speaking. That's the exact motto of this topic. Okay. How is this session will be conducted? Very simple. I'll be calling upon each of the speakers, giving them a topic, speaker name, topic. Each speaker will have 1 minute is the minimum time which he has to speak. At 1.5 minutes, yellow card will be raised. At 2 minutes is the final 30 seconds you will have to wrap up. Okay. I encourage everyone to use word of the day, which is finesse. Finesse. Okay. With this, are you all excited?
Yes.
Are you all excited?
Yes.
Okay. The topic is little things matter. I want to take you all to a journey when we were all with little beings. Childhood journey. Very simple. Okay? So, one thing I want to make it very clear is, I want you to dramatize this thing. Don't give a normal speech. No. Because we are traveling to childhood, I want you to dramatize this. So, are you all ready?
Yes.
Super. So, first topic is your most memorable school day. I want to allocate this topic to Sai Snehal Reddy. Sai Snehal Reddy, the most memorable school day.
Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters. I recall I was in 8th standard, and every week, every section of our entire batch had to present an assembly in front of the entire school. I'm sure you've all been through the same similar situation. I was similarly there. Then the third week from today was the day we were supposed to present, and me and 6 of us were the organizers for the entire class. So 36 of us and 6 of us were the organizers, and 30 of them were presenting. The teacher in the last told us that everyone is presenting except 6 of you. You have to be there in the assembly somehow or the other. So we came up with an idea, let's have a quiz for the 6 of us. But I was hesitant because I barely knew anything to answer. Might as well save myself and be the quiz master. But the teacher didn't agree to it, and she asked me, you have to be in one of the team. So my team partner told me, it's okay, don't worry. I'm there, I'll figure it out. We'll get away from this. So the entire assembly got over, then we had the quiz session. We answered the quiz session, and I didn't know one of the answers as well. None of the answers. But he kept whispering to me. So whatever answer he gave, I blotted out, and it was correct, every one of them. 10 questions, all 10, we won the quiz as well. I was extremely shocked, like, how? How do you know that I don't? Then after the assembly, the principal in fact came back and appreciated for all of this thing. Then I went back to the class and I asked him, how do you know all the answers? Then he just told me, see, when we were preparing for this contest, the quiz master is my best friend. So along with the questions, I took the answers as well. So that day still echoes in my heart whenever I think of school day, that it was such a great moment. That moment I knew nothing. But I gave out the answers, we came out with flying high colors, but what important was you had someone to support you, and that day I'm still friends with him, and we remember this and we laugh out crazy. This was the most best memory of school. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai. That was amazing. Should I name it as a cheating? But these are the things which we cherish forever, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. As the speaker is speaking, I also want you to recollect, if you were in that situation, what you would be saying. So that by the time you are coming, 10 times you are prepared. Okay? Okay. The second topic, what I planned today is, one thing you were forced to eat as a child. I want to give this topic to Malgiri Das. Malgiri Das, the topic is, one thing you were forced to eat as a child.
Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, one thing that I was forced to eat. I remember food is one of the most emotional thing that one can attribute to. So, whether starting from that eternal milk that comes from the mother till whatever the food that we cherish, it is the food, it is the journey through which we take it is the one food which takes us to the entire journey. So any food that I cherish or I force may not be, but one thing is I remember very well that there is this one instances where the food was not just eaten, it was shared. So usually in the evenings when my grandmother, she was very orthodox and religious. She was supposed to have only one meal in the day, and in the evening she was not supposed to have anything. Hardly she can have some kind of a small amounts of aulaki or something we say. So what she used to do is, in that small amount of this birch rice which she used to prepare, she used to give that birch rice to every other family members. And it tasted so heavenly. I have probably not seen, even if I go to any 5-star hotel, I probably might not have eaten that tasty birch rice in my entire life than what was given to me or to all the family members by her. Yeah, we probably may not like to have that birched rice, but we kind of acquired a taste to it because it didn't have any lots of flavors, or it was not spicy. They were not used to have any spicy food. But the love that she shared with all of us in sharing that birched rice was so beautiful that it stayed with us forever. So I think, yeah, more about the food, it is the love that is shared along with the food that is something which really strikes all of us. Thank you.
Don't worry, we have snacks after this. So, sorry, your speech, just what do I say? We are just now hungry, we can't go more. Thank you for that. Having said travel to memories, food, childhood itself is a festival, yes or no? We have lots of energy. In that festival of childhood, which is a childhood festival memory which you enjoyed the most? A childhood festival memory which you enjoyed the most. This I wanted to give it to Rekha. Rekha, childhood memory which you enjoyed the most. Thank you.
Table topic Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My childhood memory is close to a festival, Ganesha festival. My mother used to make yummy kadbu, sweet and kara kadbu. today also it's very famous. We'll be waiting for that festival. And early morning, mother used to tell us to bath and come to God's room and do all the decorations. So we were excited to do all these things. That memory is very beautiful with my siblings too. So we used to make festival very grandly. We celebrate at home, and the youngest part is the food. We enjoy with our family, guests, and we used to go each houses to see the Ganesha, different ideal of Ganeshas, and we used to put rice, yellow rice on Ganesha to enjoy that the whole day, the moment. So my childhood memory is Ganesha festival. Thank you.
Amazing, Rekha. Ganpati Bappa?
Moria.
Everyone connected. So you heard it.
Thank you.
Now, moving on to the next part, which is everyone has homeworks in school and all, but someday we avoided it. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I want to give it to Adeshwar. The topic is the favorite excuse to escape homework. Adeshwar, favorite excuse to homework.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So there were many excuses we used to give. New excuses every day just to avoid that homework. But most of the time, because it was a co-ed school, and every day you can't give a random excuse and then teacher embarrassing you in front of girls. It was little embarrassing. So instead of giving those excuses, we used to actually complete the homework during the assembly time. That was the best part. Everyone going down to assembly and we 4 or 5 boys coming up in the class, no full silence, no one in the class, and just do your homework, take notes, just do it. But there was a PT teacher who would just come in rounds, like who's there in class, why you're not attending. And one day, so we were just completing our homeworks, and it was a math homework, and the math teacher was strict, very strict. So the PT teacher comes, he sees 4 boys. Instead of doing the homework, that day we were playing in class, and he comes, he sees, what are you guys doing? Like, sorry sir, we are just going to the assembly. They're like, no, books open and you guys are playing. First, what are you doing? It was the math homework. And he's like, I'm taking your books now. Now you go show your homework to your math teacher. And first hour was the math that day. And then the assembly gets over, we get punished, he just asks us to stand out of the class. And when the teacher comes, she's like, why are you guys standing out of the class? Like, ma'am, the PT teacher just asked us to stand out, he has given us some homework. And the PT teacher comes, he shows the book to ma'am. They're like, ma'am, they were completing your homework, they have not done the homework, they were trying to complete, but that homework also they were not doing and they were playing in class. That teacher, that day, full, so our school was from 8:30 to 3. So the first hour was at 8:45 or something. And then 8:45 she gave us that punishment that you have to write that homework 100 times. And not only that, and you have to write in a separate book, I will complete my homework next time, that 100 times, and get signature from the principal, not even the math teacher or the PT teacher, from the principal. So after doing this, we actually went to the principal, and principal is like, what were you guys doing? And then we repeat the story. And now the principal asks us that you write another 100 times, that you will never repeat this mistake and not come back to me ever. So that was like, and then we actually started doing our homeworks on time and submitted it. Yeah, back to you.
I must say, if someone had hit century yesterday, India would have won. So writing 100 times, I also recollect a similar instance where ma'am had told me to write it, and after some time I actually lost it. Thank you so much, Adeshwar. Now, as kids, it is general that we don't know what is true, what is incorrect, what is true, what is false, what is correct, what is wrong. Correct? As a child, I'm sure everyone would have lied it. Correct? We have lied. So topic is a lie which you told to your parents, which you remember you should not have done. It goes to Toastmaster Deepa. Toastmaster Veerabhadra person, a lie which you told to your parents, which you still remember.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. For your information, I never lied with parents, but I am lying more with my wife. When I go late, she will ask, why today late? Traffic was there. Then so many lies I have made her. She doesn't like I talking to any of the beautiful girl. If she sees me, it is a hell for me. She doesn't like. She likes only me. She likes only me. There is one saying, if you are removing 1 gram of gold, you have to move tons and tons of soil. When you are doing that, you will be observing only the gold, but not the soil. Similarly, when you are observing a person, harp on his strength, not on his weakness. When I become ill, or when my health is not good, she takes care of me in such a way, nobody in this world takes care. So never only harp on the negative thing, also think of this thing. She is very good in finance. What happened? You are getting so much salary. Whatever you are doing, give me this one. Anyhow, I am the owner of the factory. I can get whatever the salary bill is. It is not a big deal. I am lying day in and day out. I am lying. Why I am lying? Just to keep her happy. Just to keep her happy because I need to work more in the factory. I am a helping guy. Whoever comes to my room, I take more enthusiasm, more energy to help to solve this problem. I go there, I have to help them. Naturally, I am missing my wife in many times. So the best part of it is she took care of my 2 daughters very well. I never cared. I spent all my life in improving this system. Today, it has grown. 250 employees are there. I am very proud. And I wanted to give all the benefits which I am earning more to these employees. So sometimes to be happy we need to lie. Thank you very much.
Sir just changed the definition of lying. Lying is loving when it is said to bite. Wonderful, sir, wonderful. Now, having said that, I want to move to one thing which is childhood punishment, which you still remember, to Toastmasters Sumo. Childhood punishment, which you still remember.
Good evening, Toastmasters and welcome guests. So I remember something which happened to Agastya recently. I had to do an assignment and I was only halfway through it. And on the day of the submission, all my friends who haven't finished the assignment, they came to school along with me, and we all were planning to somehow escape the punishment which we were gonna face if we would not submit the assignment. So all my friends during the period, they came ahead and they were we haven't finished the assignment, and they all got consequences of that. And I was laying low and was hoping to not get caught. And the teacher, I went on rounds and checking and all, and I actually borrowed my neighbor's books and showed to the teacher, and somehow managed to escape in the very end of last 5 minutes. And I almost made through, and I thought I'd escaped and I'm done. And some guy who was sitting in front of me, out of nowhere, stood up and shouted in the whole class saying, "Sumukh hasn't finished his assignment." I was taken aback, and man came to me, and that was the end of the world for me. And then the teacher was like, "You have to do this assignment for 40 times," and yeah, I was shit scared. And after the period got over, I went back to staff room and I was like, "I'm so sorry, ma'am, and this, that, I have exams to study and this and that." And I got it reduced to 20 times. So yeah, I learned my lesson that time, and from next time onwards, I was given assignments on time. Thank you.
Sumukh has just shared an experience which has made him disciplined. Correct, huh? Thank you so much for sharing that. It has been great that you shared this with us. Now, moving to the next part, this is which cartoon did you like the most and why? To Toastmaster Dharmendra. Which cartoon did you like the most and why? Toastmaster Dharmendra.
Table topic masters, fellow masters, and the contest. Good evening again. Which cartoon
did you like the most and why?
Do I like the most and why? To be honest, I still watch cartoon. It's not only in the childhood days. Like I'm still continuing with those things. It keeps me alive, and my favorite cartoon is Shin Chan. Shin Chan, and there's one more cartoon by the name Augie and Cockroaches. And because the voiceover is really good in that cartoon, and looking at the Shin Chan's life, like I really envy him so much because he's like he remains free all the time. He doesn't take any toil on him. That is the most important thing which I like. I want to be like him only. It's okay to be naughty, but I want to be like him only. Thank you.
Shinchan is one cartoon wherein everyone would get connected and they'll be laughing. So much conjuicy he does. Yeah. Having said this, we move to the next part, which is the favorite game as a child, as a kid. This goes to Sachin, Toastmaster Sachin. Favorite game as a kid.
Good evening, everyone. So my favorite game was chess. As many of you might know, I'm very good at it. So at the beginning, actually, it was kind of weird because I remember when I didn't know how to actually play the game. I remember I used to be black and my brother used to play white every time because white always plays first. So I used to just copy whatever my brother used to do. So actually I didn't know. But then one day I asked him, can you teach me how this goes? And then I started playing and then actually joined and then I practiced every day and I became better at it. And my brother actually ended up telling, why? Now that I actually taught you, now you keep beating me every single time. So this was something I enjoyed a lot, and even today, of course, during COVID, I could not attend much tournaments, but I do still play online where I against anybody in the world. Like I play in chess.com where it automatically sets you up against anyone in the world. So chess is something that I like, not just because I'm particularly good at it, but also for the fact that it gives me peace of mind and it keeps me fresh all the time. So yeah, that's my favorite game. Back to the table of
Thank you, Sachin. That's a great game and great that you are continuing to pursue that even today. You have been connected to it. That's a great thing. Now, the last table topic of today, and I would like to ask if visitors would like to give it a shot.
Yeah, sure.
Take us back when you were under 10 years old.
Under 10 years.
Yeah. So, yes, Aparna is here. Give a round of applause for her.
Thank you. So I remember there was a holy day and we as a community used to play Holi as a community. So this was, I must be around 8-year-old, I believe. and there was this guy in my class. He planned that day to use, what do you call, coal, that number thing, to play Holi. And I don't know, I am feeling embarrassed and I don't know how do I articulate it though. So we played Holi with Dambar, and Santosh mum came to my mum and said, this is what these children have done. And we got this scolding, and we were actually, what do you say, house arrested in a way that we were not allowed to play for some time. So yeah, that's the memory I do remember. It was the worst memory. And I think after that, I stopped playing Holi and was decent enough not to use Dambar anymore. I think that's the thing. That's it.
You have to be very careful. but that's it's a childhood, so everyone lets it go like. So we, over this table topic, we traveled across memories, food, festival, game, cartoon, punishment, lies, and much more. If you had been with me, I want to show everyone is laughing. I can see smiling in their face. So they have traveled their childhood, and now I want to hand it over back to table Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for taking us down the lane of our childhood. And I must say, I too had got punishment to write 100 times, 200 times. I must not talk in class, but I always used to forget to write not. And so, it's time to munch a little, talk a little, because networking time is a time to speak about matters that, things that matters a lot more to us. So we'll break for 10 minutes. Welcome back to the final session of the meeting. The general evaluation, where the proceedings of the meeting is spoken about by the general evaluator. And today's general evaluator is a special person. She is pursuing her engineering and currently is an intern at Nokia. She is a classical singer, well versed with Karnataka music. She is current VPE of our club. And now please put your hands together and welcome the general evaluator, Toastmaster Shreya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi, for that introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's jump right into the general evaluation session. So today's meeting started at 6:21 p.m. Generally, we would like to try and start at 6:15, but when we came, there was already a meeting going on, so we had to wait for them to, exit, and then we could start setting up the room. So I think for today, that small delay can be accepted. The business session went on till 6:24 p.m. and in the business session we covered a few things. One was about the club contest that happened next week, and Toastmaster Apoorva also mentioned that Toastmaster Jyothi and Toastmaster Ujwal will be representing our club at the area contest for the ISC and evaluation contest respectively. And after that we had the VP's report, and that was followed by the introduction to the theme by the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Darshan. I think they are waiting outside, so let's just... Okay, so our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Darshan, he is a natural speaker behind the lectern. He also has a very natural sense of humor that comes to him, and he places it at very good places so that the joke hits in the right way. Today, I liked how he linked the theme to something that happened to him in his personal life, and it's also something that we can all relate to, right? When strangers do something small, that makes us feel good about ourselves. It's a very encompassing topic for all of us. One thing that I did notice that he tends to do is his gaze, instead of being kind of straight, he tends to look downwards. So one thing that he can maybe improve upon as he's coming behind the lectern day by day is trying to raise that gaze and not have it as lower. But other than that, I think that he had a good story to introduce the topic, and he also introduced our president in a very nice way. So let's give a huge round of applause for our Sergeant Toastmaster Darshan. After that, we had a few introduction of the guests, and Toastmaster Ujwal, our secretary, came behind the lectern to read the MOM. Today he had the mammoth job of reading 2 MOMs, which can be very exhausting given the limited time frame. I think one thing that you can do to better your kind of delivery of the MOM is maybe don't read everyone's full names. It tends to kind of break your thought when you're stuck on how to pronounce the last name. Maybe pronouncing the first name could suffice. That is one thing. And also for the table topic participants, you can also skip reading out everyone's name and just say in general that there were 10 participants or there were 8 participants. Just some suggestions that you could choose to incorporate. But even without these, I find that you always manage to cover the MOM within the allotted time frame. So let's give a huge round of applause to our secretary. Next year, our president, Toastmaster Apoorva. Although I'm not supposed to evaluate her, I would like to appreciate how she chooses nice stories to, bring everyone into the spirit of the meeting. She spoke about the youth leadership program, which is something that a few people from our club have also been involved in. So it kind of jogged our memory of that and took us back to that time when we were a part of this program as well. I also liked your introduction to our MC of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi. And day by day, when you come behind the lectern, I can see the clarity of your thoughts improve. You weren't needing your sheet as much today. I think you looked at it maybe once. So every time you come behind the lectern, I can definitely see how the thoughts are flowing to you more naturally than before. So let's give a huge round of applause to our president, Toastmaster Apoorva. Now let's get into the individual evaluations. So there are 3 evaluations today. Let's start off with the first one. Let's call upon the first evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Good evening. And a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhijit. So I'm going to divide my evaluation into 3 different parts. One where you excel at, one where you can work upon, and one where you can challenge yourself. So now coming to where you excelled at, you were very humorous. That was clearly seen. Everyone laughed, everyone smiled. So, and this is one of the best ways in which you can grab the attention of the audience. Not only you're enhancing your speech, but at the same time, everyone also feels excited when you give a humorous punchline on a phrase. So that is something where you would really excel at. And also, you had a great hook, and your speech title was "Fear is the Key," and you clearly mentioned your academic journey. So one thing you did well was, according to your speech title, you mainly concentrated on your academic journey. So, so all in all, I felt the title was completely related to your speech, which is very good. So it was not like it was diverting apart from the main title of the speech. And also you had very good eye contact, which I observed. You looked at your right side, your left side. So this shows that you're respecting everyone in the audience, because sometimes we only tend to look at certain section of the audience where you only look at certain people and others just they are left out. So you looked everywhere, which is good. You had great eye contact and you were very loud and clear. One thing I would like you to work upon is voice modulation and your hand gestures. Actually, at the beginning of the speech, I felt you had very good hand gestures, but eventually I felt that it faded away a bit. And also your voice modulation, like you mentioned a sentence saying everything was going good, but suddenly. Instead, you can say everything was going good, but suddenly. So the moment you say that, you are speaking according to the situation, right? And also at the same time, you are showing voice modulation as well as hand gesture. So that is something you can work upon. And now coming to one thing that you can challenge yourself, you could have used the stage in a better way. Throughout the speech, I felt you were at the center. So when, and this is for any speaker for that matter, when you are behind the lectern, you own the entire stage, and so I feel you could have used it in a better way. So to summarize, I felt your speech, you excelled at being humorous, good eye contact, you can work upon your voice modulation, and you can use your stage better. And I wish you all the best in your upcoming speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, for your evaluation. Coming to your evaluation, I like how you mainly focused on a lot of positive things, right? When someone is coming behind the lectern to speak for the first time, it's very important that we motivate them and we don't give them too many critiques such that they won't want to come back. So I liked how you focused on a lot of positive things and restricted kind of the improvements to one or two things. I think one thing that you could have covered was how his speech content aligned properly with the project guidelines as well, because generally for icebreakers, we ask them to focus on their family, their education, their profession, why they joined Toastmasters, and I feel like his speech very well encompassed all of that, especially highlighting the reason that he joined Toastmasters throughout the speech, like hinting at it in small ways. That's one thing that I think you could have done. But given that this is your first ever evaluation, I think you did a lovely job, especially dividing it into 3 parts and summarizing it at the end. I think that was a very nice touch. So let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Sachin. Okay, next let's have the evaluator of Toastmaster Deepa, Toastmaster Ujwal.
A mentor is not a person who stands behind you, who leads you, but a person who stands next to you. That's definitely a message I'm going to take home. Namaste fellow Toastmasters and my target speaker. Here are a few things that help you in delivering your message clearly to the audience and have us captured in your attention. The first thing was your voice modulation. Then you said, how do these people speak so confidently? The enunciation. And then you said, it is not fellow Toastmasters, it's fellow Toastmasters. The enunciation and the voice modulation, amazing. The next thing that went really well was your utilization of pauses. Like when you said, do I belong here? A pause there told us that it was a question. It gave us the time to think that you were in a situation and you did not know what to do. The third thing that went really well in your speech was your humor. Being a speech where you sometimes questioned yourself, where we saw your growth, adding in chunks of humor gave us that little break and dismissed the tense of the situation. Here are a few things that you can work upon to help you take your speech to the next level. Starting off with your hand gestures. Repeatedly, you are using the same gestures and back to clutch. Rather, in one particular case where you said, what if, which you repeated 3 times, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if something else happened? And repeatedly using segmentations when you are denoting to multiple things, your hand gestures being in different segments helps convey the message much better. The second thing is your stage utilization. The first time you were conversing with Toastmaster Apoorva, you were on this side of the stage and Toastmaster Apoorva was here. A slight body turn with your hand gestures, beautiful. The second time you were talking about Toastmaster Apoorva, you stood there. So, as an audience, I was not sure. Was it Apoorva speaking? Was you speaking? And the second time, you were speaking but you stood here. So, was that Apoorva speaking? Was that you speaking? When we utilize stage to segment representing different characters, always ensure to use the same side of the stage for the same character. And there was a moment in your speech where you were speaking and you said, I believed myself. You took a step back. That denoted that, oh, this was the conclusion of the speech. Or did the speaker lose confidence? Never take a step back while you are delivering, always a step forward. And if it is a step back, only during the pause. It denotes lack of confidence or conclusion of the speech. And neither of that was required there. The last thing was conclusions. Conclusions should be like mic drops. So, give a slight pause, 2 seconds, deliver a conclusion and drop it. In summary, you had great voice modulation, you utilized your pauses beautifully, and you had a great sense of humor. The things that you could work upon are your hand gestures, stage utilization, and pauses before your conclusion. With that, I wish you all the very best for your future speeches and back to the general evaluator.
Toastmaster Ujwal for that very wonderful evaluation. I think by now we all obviously know that Toastmaster Ujwal is a very seasoned evaluator, given that he was also won the evaluation contest. I think you have a very good ability to find niche things that people don't usually recognize while they're kind of evaluating someone speaking. Things that people don't generally think about and things that are not very common. Right? But that being said, I do think that just in the interest of time, choose like 2 or 3 important things that you want to cover, just so that you don't exceed that 30 seconds of extra time that you'll get, right? And you kind of like rush through the summary in the end because the red flag was raised and it stayed raised. So maybe limiting it to like 2 points per section could help you cut down on that time a little bit, just so that you ensure that you stay within that time frame. But other than that, I think that the evaluations you give add a lot of value to the things that people take away from them. And for that, let's give Toastmaster Ujwal a huge round of applause. Lastly, let's call upon the evaluation of the Table Topics Master as a part of his Pathways project. Let's call DTM MU Bhat.
Madam General Evaluator for Toastmasters, welcome guests, and Rahul Gandhi in particular. First, let me congratulate that a wonderful table topic session on a topic which the type of topics you have selected on childhood memories. 9 people spoke, everybody spoke more than one minute. That showed the success. You followed the Toastmasters table topics protocol to the letter T. Wonderful job. Good introduction of the table topics. Your topics were good. Your concluding of all the 9 speeches, what you did last, excellent. But honestly, I am not here for that. My job is to evaluate you on your leadership skills in understanding, listening, and understanding what is listening and differentiating between hearing and listening. That you have to exhibit by way of your reaction to the 9 speeches, summarizing them, what's said, and bringing one important point at that. Probably in this one area, you could have done much better, I felt. Number one, so you should, in jurisprudence, they say that you should, justice is not just to be sealed, it has to be appear to be sealed. You should feel that your attention is fully towards the speaker. Full time of the 2 to 3 minutes speech, 1 to 2 minutes speech he gives, you should look at him with intent, eyes, full body understanding his body language, movement, his language, everything. I felt that you are multitasking when you are doing that, which will not only discourage the speaker, but the very purpose of the project is lost, because here the active listening is trying to understand how to actively listen to the person. This is a very big leadership skill which is required, because when you are dealing with the 9 team members in your team, to be able to see that the team member understands what you're trying to say and summarize that. That I did not find it in your reactions, except for maybe our Sai Snail speech and Adishwar speech, what you gave some more mature or your views on that. But otherwise, it was a perfunctory remarks what you did at the end of the each this, which was not really the expectations from this project. Probably you can concentrate more on your ability to develop active listening skills and exhibiting it in your reactions. Probably in your future speeches, future role when you are taking your table topic. In fact, I am evaluating these table topics for this particular aspect of leadership skill for the first time. I have not done that. Only when I went to the project guidelines, I realized how important it is for a leadership, for a leader to understand what a person is trying to convey and make him understand that yes, I have understood you. And because, see, particularly when Merigiri Das made his point, there was something which your reaction was quite inadequate. There was something important point you could have missed. That is a very important quality which is required in a leader. So this is one thing I would like you to concentrate on in all your future projects. I wish you all the best for your future projects. All the best.
Thank you, DTM MU Bhat, for your evaluation. I liked how you appreciated him, but then you also very straightforward told him what needs to be done and also how to do it. You didn't just leave it at this needs to be done to fulfill the guidelines of this project. I think that you are also a very seasoned evaluator, and people and I have always had something valuable to take from your evaluations. So I hope that Toastmaster Rahul will also have something to take away today. Thank you so much for the evaluation. Let's have a huge round of applause for him. Before we move on to the move forward with the agenda evaluation session, has the ballot been sent on the group?
Yes.
Can we all take a second to vote for the best speaker and best evaluator? Okay, let's move on to the TAPG role takers rewards. So first we'll start off with our timer, Toastmaster Abhijit.
You can't control time, but you can control how to use it. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests again. So, being the timer, this is my timer's report. Meeting number 1356 commenced at 6:21 p.m. Business session, time taken 2 minutes. Welcome by Sergeant at Arms, time allotted 2 minutes. Time taken 1 minute and 47 seconds. Time allotted for President address 5 minutes. Time taken 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Report on previous meeting, time allotted 2 minutes. Time taken 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Master of Ceremonies, time allotted 20 minutes, time taken 16 minutes. And coming to the speakers, Toastmaster Abhijit, icebreaker speaker, time allotted was 4 to 6 minutes, time taken 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And the evaluator for the icebreaker, Toastmaster Sachin, time allotted was 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 22 seconds. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Deepa, time allotted was 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Evaluator of Toastmaster Deepa, Toastmaster Ujwal, time allotted was 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 33 seconds. And Evaluator 3, DTM MU Bhat, time allotted was 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Table Topic Master, time allotted was 20 minutes, time taken 26 minutes. And the break time was time allotted 10 minutes, time taken was 11 minutes. General evaluation, time allotted is 20 minutes and 14 minutes and continuing. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for that very crisp report. One thing that I noticed, not just to you, but in general, is that you stop writing the times of the prepared speakers on the board. So I think we should just start that again to everyone who's taking the timer role in the future. Maybe we can start doing that again. Next, we'll have the report by our counter Toastmaster Rekha.
Here's my R counter report. I just highlighted the speakers who have taken more than 4 to 5 minutes. Four to 5 times. Sorry. TM Sumuk. R is used many times and is used many times. Toastmaster Sachin. R is used many times. So is used many times. And Shreya, I is used many times. That was the beginning. Later was the chorus. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha, for that very concise report. And thank you for giving me 2 different evaluations of my usage of R's. But I want to appreciate how your confidence behind the lectern has definitely increased since the time you joined, especially during the table topic section. Today I noticed that you actually stayed behind and I didn't feel like you were nervous compared to the previous times. So I really just want to appreciate that. Let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmasters. Lastly, we'll have our grammarian Toastmaster Dharmendra.
Here is my report as a grammarian. As a good usage of little nuggets all through the way, ample time of 3 weeks, nagging in the back of my brain, blunted out, bubbly energetic voice, fear as impetuous, hop on negativity. And word of the day was used by only one Toastmaster, that is Toastmaster Rahul. I request everyone to use more word of the day in the upcoming meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dharmendra. I think I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Dharmendra as well, because every time that I've asked him if he would like to take up a new TAPG role, he has never said no. He's always been up for the challenge and he's asked me to share the resources and he's come prepared. So let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Dharmendra. Since our PT Toastmaster Darshan has left, I will give the PT's report. Everything went smoothly throughout the meeting, but I noticed that there was one phone ring. Other than that, I think we were all good. Yeah, that also is done. Okay, let's all take a minute to vote for the best TAPG role taker and the best tabletop speaker as well. Okay, now we'll move on to the table topic session. I won't be evaluating Toastmaster Rahul and the table topic session based on his project guidelines, but in general as how a table topics master would be expected to conduct the session. So one thing that I loved about your session was the choice of topics. One thing was that I think you linked it nicely to the theme, little things. And I also like that your topics were very simple things that people didn't need to think hard about, right? It was some story that would have been in the top of their mind that they would have easily figured out how to link into a particular topic. I appreciate that. One thing that I think could have been done better was the length of the topics, right? I feel like your topics were too long and it was very tedious, especially to repeat it 2 times. For example, there was one topic, a lie which you told your parents which you didn't forget. That is very long. It could have been a lie you told your parents, right? if they're coming here and talking about a lie, then that means that they didn't forget it in the first place. So maybe work on shortening the topics, keeping it nice and concise, so that people also don't have to think about the whole topic when they come here. One more thing that I appreciated was you giving comments after people had finished their table topic speech while they were meeting. But I did notice that sometimes your introduction to the topic itself was longer than your comments on the actual things that the people had spoken about. And that would have contributed a lot to the time that the session took, right? Table topics is supposed to be 20 minutes, but it went on for 26 minutes and there were only 9 topics. I noticed that the session started at 7:08, but by 7:16 only 2 people had spoken only 2 people had given their table topic speech. So try to work on keeping your introduction to the session itself as well as the topics a little shorter. Maybe you don't need to introduce the topics either. For some of them you did, and for some of them you didn't. Maintaining that consistency throughout the session is super important. Like, I felt that there was a consistency issue when you were introducing the topics as well. Sometimes you would say Toastmaster name, topic, Toastmaster name. Other times you would just say the topic and then call the Toastmaster. So maintaining that consistency is what will make your session from here go to here, right? And one more thing that I noticed was that you were not using Toastmaster prefix before saying the name. In the beginning, for a few people, you just said their name. Let's keep it in our mind that whenever we're addressing someone here in Toastmasters, we need to use their prefix Toastmaster or DTM, just to recognize that all of us are members of this club and we have to take pride in it, right? Other than that, I think that your quick wit showed in the comments that you made. For example, after the topic about a lie which you told your parents, you said, lying is loving, and that made everyone laugh. So I think your quick wit showed in all the commentary that you made after people's speeches. So other than that, yeah, I think you had a good session, but these are some things that you could work upon on your following sessions. For that, let's give Toastmaster Rahul a huge round of applause. Okay. Finally, we have our MC of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi. Toastmaster Jyothi is one of the most enthusiastic Toastmasters that I have ever met. Not just in our club, but everyone that I met in Toastmasters in general. Whenever I asked her, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, if she wanted to be the MC, because I hadn't found anyone yet, and immediately she was like, yes. Immediately she was like, I already have a topic. And I love that enthusiasm that you always bring. You're always ready to take up any role, and whatever role you do it beautifully. I love the topic that Toastmaster Jyothi chose today, because it is something that I also believe, and I think that it resonates with everyone, right? It's not something that we think about on the daily, but when things like this do happen, yes, we think about it. These little things do make us feel good, and Toastmaster Jyothi took us through a few little things that made her feel good. I am glad that something that I did made you feel nice. By the way, just to clarify, I didn't just not motivate Jyothi to participate in the contest. I'm so grateful that Toastmaster Jyothi actually decided to go through with participation, because her decision of participating, though she had a fear of losing, is like taking her to the next level now, right? I think that's very inspiring for all of us as well. I think that you had a nice segue into the introduction of Toastmasters, and I like that you mentioned the core values of Toastmasters, which is something that people don't generally do in their MC address. So I like that you did that. Everything went smoothly, the TAPG introductions, you explained the meeting structure of a typical meeting as well. And I absolutely love the way that you brought back the energy of all the members by asking, are you all ready? I think that was a very nice thing. A few things that I think you could work is, one is memorizing the member introductions. You were reading them off the paper, but I know that you do have the ability to not have to look at the paper to introduce our members. It just brings a little more personalization to it, right? I also appreciate how you go and ask the members something else. For example, in my introduction that I've put on the Toastmasters website, I've not mentioned at all that I do Carnatic music or that I've done my internship at Nokia, but she personally messaged me and asked me about those things and included it in her introduction. So I think small things like that would make people feel more special, knowing that someone reached out to you and they want to know more about you to introduce you better. I think that is one thing that you could do better. But other than that, I don't really have any critiques. I think that it could show throughout the meeting, especially when after the table topic session you brought in a line about you made a joke, right? That you would also had a punishment to write things 100 times, but you left out one word, and that kind of brought back the mood of everybody. So I think that you have a really beautiful way of conducting the meeting in a way that keeps everybody engaged, but tweaking small things to take that to the next level. Let's give a huge round of applause for MC Toastmasters. Okay, with that, now let's vote for the best MTG role taker. I think we are good on time, and without wasting any time, I'll just hand it back to our President back to our MC Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shreya, for that comprehensive evaluation. Dear friends, little things does matter. And those little things are very simple. Forgive yourself when you short fall. Ask your near and dear ones how their day has been and truly how they feel while you listen to them. Appreciate and offer a smile to your acquaintance or your colleagues. We learned this at Toastmasters. It's not limited to our meetings. It can go beyond these four walls, because these little things matter to create strength within us, which takes us to great heights. Thank you, and back to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. The greater things in life is achieved when we do little things consistently with discipline. We don't get obese by eating one sundae on one day. You don't get fit by working out 5 hours straight on one day. You get fit only when you work out consistently every single day. Similarly, in Toastmasters, you don't become a confident speaker by attending one meeting or by giving one speech. You become better only when you come attend our meetings regularly, take up roles actively, and give your speeches frequently. That's when the real transformation happens. And now I would like to go to the let's get into the results for the day. The best speaker goes to someone who made us feel that it was not his icebreaker, Toastmaster Abhijit. Congratulations. The best table topic speaker goes to everybody's favorite Toastmaster Veerabhadra. the best evaluator is Toastmaster Ujwal. The best TAPG role taker is someone who recorded every detail with precision. Our timer for the day, Toastmaster Abhijit. The best MTG role taker is. There is a tie between our table topic master and our general evaluator, Toastmaster Shreya and Toastmaster Rahul. The little things matter. Let's all make it a point to attend our meetings regularly. With that, I request everybody to rise for the national anthem. And I would also like to close meeting number 1357.